Could you imagine being a caveman? I mean, besides the lack of social, economic, and technological development, or the constant notion of being torn apart limb from limb by prehistoric wild beasts, think about the never-ending bad hair days. Living without certain technology seems almost impossible to me. I mean, in today's day and age, it's hard to find an aspect of life that doesn't include technology in one way or another. Look to my morning, for example. Today I used my alarm clock to wake me up. I wasn't smacked on the head by my friend with a club. I used the toaster to make myself breakfast. I didn't have to rub two sticks together to make a fire to warm my meal. The truth is, technology impacts our life in many more ways than we notice. And this actually increases our efficiency and effectiveness in making bigger impacts on the world, even in things like resource conservation. Advancements in technology, like that in wind power, solar power, and hydroelectricity, helps to increase our efficiency in conservation, bridging the conservation generation gap by making the ideas of past conservationists possible. Now, much like the prehistoric discovery of fire, wind energy has become a hot topic today, especially locally. In South Dakota, according to the Wind American Energy Association, South Dakota had about 500 wind turbines in 2013, and that number continues to grow at fast rates. In fact, our state produced about 26% of all of its energy through wind power, and that number is expected to grow to about 35% in the next 10 years. This ensures that it will continue to be used in the future. Now, an investment in wind energy is not only an investment in conservation, but also an investment in jobs. Jobs in manufacturing, operation, and many other support sectors also benefit the community. This also increases the tax base of communities and also helps create lease payments for landowners. And when all of these benefits combine, we can see that it will definitely be a technology that follows us in the future, helping our conservation abilities. Now, much like the stone wheels seen in the Flintstones, solar energy can be used in many different ways. One of the most popular is solar-powered cars. Now, I know this seems a little bit back to the future-ish, but hear me out. One of the most popular models of the solar car is the Ford C-Max model, which raised great excitement because it is so successful. In fact, it was estimated by the Energy Technology Association in 2015 that by the year 2050, about 31% of Americans will own a solar-powered car. And this huge shift to a more cleaner and better, with more resource conservation actually helps not only our environment, but our people's mindsets as well. Another form of solar energy used is solar energy in our homes. This is something that has definitely been reaching Americans and the world as a whole. In fact, according to the Solar Energy Industries Association, in June of 2013, there's about 1.13 million American homes that run on just solar energy alone, which is definitely a huge amount. And this number continues to grow as well. And this efficiency definitely ensures that this technology will follow us into the future, helping our conservation abilities. Now, much like the woolly mammoth, hydroelectricity is huge, but this is far from extinct. Hydroelectricity was first invented in Niagara Falls in 1879, and the years after that, the excitement raised has actually led to something that has impacted our whole world. In fact, according to National Geographic, on October 23rd, 2014, they estimated that about 1/5 of the world's energy is produced through hydroelectricity. This is mostly because running water can be found basically everywhere on every continent, and also because it is relatively inexpensive. Now, because it reaches many different demographics, it's definitely something that is helping us currently and helping our resource conservation abilities. And not only that, but it benefits our environment in more ways than just that. It actually creates homes for certain species that are now dependent on these hydroelectricity power plants, something that benefits not only our environment, but the animals in it. So obviously our world isn't exactly in the best state. Whether it's air pollution or oil running in our oceans, we definitely have our work cut out for us. But we definitely have, although we do have places to grow from, we definitely have technology that can help us go through it. Thanks to our prehistoric friends, we definitely have technology now that can be used in the future. Things like wind power, solar power, and hydroelectricity all benefit our resource conservation abilities, increasing our efficiency and effectiveness. This bridges the conservation generation gap by making the ideas of past conservationists possible.